Maitruvacha etate vihitam sarvam yat prastoham ihatvayam nurvashodham yasasal charitam samatam satam. Maitreya Vacha, the great sage Maitreya said, Etat, this, te, unto you, abhihitam, describe, sarvam, everything, yat, what, prastaha, aham, I was asked, iha, here, tvaya, by you, durvasya, of Durva Maharaj, Udhama, greatly uplifting, Yasasaha, whose reputation, Charitam, character, Samantam, approved, Satam, by great devotees. That great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, whatever you ask from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruva Maharaj, I have explained to you in detail. Great saintly persons and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruva Maharaj. Please respond. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, whatever you ask from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruva Maharaj, I have explained to you in detail. Great saintly person and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruva Maharaj. Purport by Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam means everything in relation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever, whether we hear the pastime and activities of the Supreme Lord or we hear about the character, reputation, activities of the devotees, they are all one and the same. Neophyte devotees simply try to understand the pastimes of the Lord and not very interested in hearing about the activities of the devotees. By such discrimination should not be indulged in by any real devotee. Sometimes less intelligent men try to hear about the rasa dance of Krishna and do not take care to hear about other portions of Srimad Bhagavatam, which they completely avoid. They are professional Bhagavata reciters who properly go to the Rasa Lila chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam as if other portions of Srimad Bhagavatam were useless. This kind of discrimination and abrupt adoption of the Rasa Lila pastime of the Lord is not approved by the Acharya. A sincere devotee should read every chapter and every word of the Srimad Bhagavatam, for the beginning verses describe that it is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature. Devotees should not try to avoid even a word of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The great sage Maitreya therefore affirmed herein that the Bhagavatam is Samantam Satam, approved by great devotees. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanam Jnana Shulakaya Chakshunam Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Gadamam Vidati Swaparandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Satajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tamsari Shadvitam Shavadutam Parajanam Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikavanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchna Gurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanutta Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Panchagalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Brahmacharinen Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarinen Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this chapter here, devotees are very exalted personalities. Says Prabhupada says here, the pastime, the devotees, whether we hear the pastime activities of the Supreme Lord or hear about the character, reputation, activities of the devotees, they are all one and the same. So this is a very important point that one should learn how to understand devotees are not ordinary personalities. See? So especially devotees who are of the exalted position, I mean the first class devotee, he is to be worshipped actually. You follow? What is that? Nectar of instruction. Thing is NOI 6, is it? You learn how to offer to the 5 or 6. One should mentally honor the devotee who chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisance to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation, diksha, and is engaged in worshipping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. So I say the first class devotee, he should be, one should learn how to serve. One should associate with and faithfully serve the pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of propensity to criticize others. Actually, such a devotee is not different from the Lord, So explain here that Acharya Chavi Janiyam 11, 7, 11, 17, 20. In other words, Acharyam mam vijanayam nava avamanyeta karichid namate buddhyas asuyeta sarvadeva mayo guruhu. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. So one should not in any way try to think or minimize the position of a pure devotee, thinking him as an ordinary person. See, know the Acharya as myself. Understand? Not different. That's why we also sing in the morning. What do we sing? In the morning, Mangalarti, we sing, right? Sakshat Taritvena Samasta. Samasta means equal. You understand? Sakshat. Another word is used there. Sakshat Taritvena. Saksha means, I think you all know in your vernacular, Saksha means what? Directly. Yes, same. Sakshat Bhagavan. Correct? Yes or not? So we cannot try to minimize the position of a devotee, thinking that devotees are not important or Lord is only important. Someone who thinks like that actually is very third class. You can see here 11 to see here in this case, if a person who thinks that the devotees are not important, only the Lord is important. Oh, Krishna. I go to the temple, I don't care for the devotee. I only care for... Actually this is nonsense consciousness. One who thinks like that is a big offender. You follow? Anyone who offends the devotee, then he cannot be pleasing Krishna. You follow my point? See here, Acharya Archayam Eva Hare Pujam Ya Siddhaye Tate Natad Bhakteshu Cha Anyeshu. This is what? Natad Bhakteshu Cha Anyeshu. Very important. Sabhakta Prakrita Smitaha. The translation is a devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general is called a Prakrita Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered in the lowest position. So one who thinks like that, only God is important, God devotees all are useless, I don't care for them, then he is considered the low class. He is in the lowest position. You follow this point? So one should be, understanding the position of a devotee. Devotees are not ordinary personalities because they have given their life to Krishna. And they are very dear to Krishna. Understand? Krishna will tolerate any offense to himself. But anything done to his devotees, he doesn't tolerate. He doesn't tolerate. Where is that? Where? He does not tolerate the offense to the devotee. Haristane aparade tara harinam. Tomara stane aparade nahi paritran. As you saw the case of Jagai and Madai, they offended Nityananda Prabhu, correct? And he went to kill them. Kill? No. You follow? So anyone who offends the devotee, I think it's also there in the fourth canto when Sati is speaking. Right? I think we showed these verses before. So when a person is doing offense, you should, if you are a Brahmin, you should go away. What is that? 4? So you can see how the devotees are very dear to the Lord. Just like Ambarish Maharaj. Durva should try to offend him? Yes. And the Lord says, my devotee, you have to go to him and ask forgiveness. I cannot forgive you. Correct? The Sudarshan Chakra was chasing him, is it not? Is there a verse there? See how devotees are not, although you may think they are ordinary, but in Krishna's eyes they are not. So we have to be careful. That's why when we associate with devotees, we have to be very careful. Associating with non-devotees is different. Associating with devotees is different. You follow? That's why every morning we pay obeisances, yes? Every time we pay obeisance to devotee, why? Because we want to clear any offenses which are stumbling block for our spiritual progress. You follow? We sing morning, Vancha kalpataru bhyascha kripa sindhube evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. So devotees is exalted position. They are non-different actually. So in other words, we cannot just think that only Krishna should be glorified. See, there's a verse here, it shows. I think a very appropriate verse. In this verse, Shrutasya pumsam suchira shramasya nava anjasa suribi idito artaha tat guna anushravanam mukunda padaravinda hridayeshu yesham. Person who hear from a spiritual master with great labor and for a long time, must hear from the mouth of pure devotees, the character and activities of pure devotees. Pure devotees always think within their hearts of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead who awards his devotee liberation. See this? It's not that we only glorify the what? You understand? See again, I'll read it again. Persons who hear from a spiritual master with great labor and for a long time must hear from the mouth of pure devotees about the character and activities of pure devotees. Pure devotees think within their heart of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead who wants his devotee liberation. You understand? The purport. We will read the purport. Transcendental students are those who undergo great penance in being trained by hearing the Vedas from a bona fide spiritual master. Not only must they hear about the activities of the Lord, but they also must hear about the transcendental qualities of the devotees, who are constantly thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord within the heart. A pure devotee of the Lord cannot be separated from the lotus feet of the Lord even for a moment. Undoubtedly, the Lord is always within the hearts of all living entities, but they are hardly known about it because they are deluded by the illusory material energy. The devotees, however, realize the presence of the Lord, therefore they can always see the lotus feet of the Lord within their heart. Such pure devotees of the Lord are as glorious as the Lord. They are in fact recommended by the Lord as more worshipable than He Himself. Worship of the devotee is more potent than worship of the Lord. It is therefore the duty of the transcendental student to hear of pure devotees as explained by similar devotees of the Lord, because one cannot explain about the Lord or his pure devotee unless one happens to be a pure devotee himself. See this point? It is very, very relevant to this subject today we are discussing. So we have to understand the importance of hearing about the pure devotee. It is explained why the pure devotee is very important. This verse, which is always been chanted, this is actually spoken by Lord Shiva. Aradhanam sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param tasmat parantaram devi tadiyanam samacharanam. This was tadiyanam. Tadiyanam means of persons in relation with Lord Vishnu, that means the devotees. Lord Shiva told Goddess Durga, my dear Devi, although the Vedas recommend the worship of demigod, the worship of Lord Vishnu is topmost. However, above the worship of Lord Vishnu is the rendering of service to Vaishnavas, who are related to Lord Vishnu. See that? Higher than worshipping Krishna is the worship of his devotees. You understand? So devotees occupy a higher position. In fact, devotees are so auspicious. What is that verse? Sayeva Gokara. 10:84:13. Yeah, correct. See in this verse, Yashyatma buddhi kunapetri taduke swadi kalatradisu bauma ijjatihi yatirtha buddhi salilena karhichit janesva abhigesu sa eva gokaraha. In this verse, Krishna, this is spoken by Lord Krishna, one who identifies himself as inert body composed of mucus, bile and air, who assumes his wife and family are permanently his own, who thinks as an earthen image or the land of his birth is worshipable, who sees the place of pilgrimage as merely the water there, but who never identify himself with, feels kinship with, worship or even visit those who are wise in spiritual truth, such a person is no better than a cow and an ass. So that, huh? If you just go to a holy place to take bath, or you go to think that you are very important, your body is very important, you think your extended body, extended means your children, family, wife are important. Huh? Huh? You worship your country, oh India, I am India. Huh? Oh, what else? Huh? But he never go to hear from an authority, a spiritual authority. Then he is no better than a cow and an ass. Huh? The hearing from the devotee is so important. It's explained here by another verse by Lord Shiva. You see here, Lord Shiva is saying again, this is spoken by Lord Shiva. Shravanat darshanat vapi mahapata kino pivyaha vaha Sudhyar antya jasyati kim u sambha asanadibhi. Even the worst sinners and social outcasts are purified just by hearing about or seeing personalities like you. Imagine then how purified they become by directly speaking with you. This is spoken by Lord Shiva about the qualities of Markandeya. Markandeya Rishi is very pure. Understand? You see how powerful it is explained. Even the worst sinners. What is this worst sinners? Huh? Worst. Low, really low. And social outcasts. That means they are what? Not in the Varnashram community. Outcasts. Are purified just by hearing or seeing personalities like you. Imagine then how purified they become by directly speaking with you. Then sadhu means what? Just now you say we have to go and what? Talk to the sadhu, correct? If you don't talk, you are no better than the cow and an ass. But if you talk, how much benefit you are going to get? Seeing, glorifying. So this point is not understood by many people. Especially people who come from the Hindu background. They are not, of course nowadays there are also many quacks are there, what to do. But they have to go to the bona fide devotees. And if you associate, then your life will change. You see here, even your worst sinner, you will change. You understand? This is not some joke. Because devotees, they are exalted personalities. Very exalted. My dear King Rahugana, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulations how to the life, leaving home as a vanaprastha, accepting sannyas, undergoing severe penance in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water or surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great Presence. You understand? This is why we have to associate with devotees. Associating with devotees is so important, very, very important. In fact, Krishna himself, he recommends this program. Huh? He recommends this program, he says, when material life of wandering soul cease, O Achyuta, he may attain the association of your devotees. And when he associates with them, there awakens in him devotion unto you, who are the goal of the devotees and the Lord of all causes and effects. This is why devotee association is so important. Very, very important. Extremely important. In fact, this was also spoken by, I think it's here, 29 maybe. For the conditioned soul, the human body is most difficult to achieve, and it can be lost at any moment. But I think that even those who have achieved human life rarely gain the association of pure devotees, who are dear to the Lord of the Kusa. This is the sum and substance of spiritual life. This is here. Associate with the devotees. Yes? What? We associate with devotees. See, another reason why devotees are so important. Again, spoken by the Lord. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. See? Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Who's speaking? Who is Bhagavan? Huh? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Uddhava, by associating with my pure devotees, one can destroy one's attachment for all objects of material sense gratification. Follow this point? Only by associating with my such purifying association brings me under the control of my devotees. Another point? You cannot go and controlled by the Lord by your own effort. That's not possible. Only through the association of my devotees bring me under the control of my devotees. Therefore, if you don't have devotee association, can you go and surrender to the Lord? Is it possible? Possible? One may perform the Ashtanga Yoga system, engage in philosophical analysis of the elements of material nature, practice non-violence and other ordinary principles of life, chant the Vedas, perform penances to take to the renounced order of life, execute sacrificial performance and dig wells, plant trees and perform other public welfare activities, giving in charity, carrying out severe vows, worship the demigod, chant confidential mantra, visit holy places or accept major and minor disciplinary injunctions. But even by performing such activities, one does not bring me under his control. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what is that? Sadhu Sangha, what that was? Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Strataya. Lava Mantra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhihaya. You know where is that? He said, associate with me. Associate with me. Even a little, one what? Lava Mantra means one moment's association. Can give you all perfection. What is it? 20? 22? 22 what? 22, 24. 54. See that? Yeah. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya. See? What is Sadhu Sangha? Huh? You know, no? Lava Matra, Sadhu Sanghe, Sarva Siddhi Kaya. Huh? Even for a moment. The Vedic of all scriptures is that by even a moment's association of pure devotee, one can attain all success. This is very powerful method. According to astronomical calculation, a lava is 1/11th of a second. So therefore, there is no other way. You cannot try your own way. If you surrender to the Lord and follow His way, then you get success. But you try to follow other way, then you cannot get success. This is another result. You understand? That's explained here in this verse. It is said that one result is obtained by worshipping the supreme cause of all causes, and that another result obtained by worshipping that is not supreme. All this is heard from undisturbed authorities who clearly explain it. So you cannot try to do your way. It is not possible. You try to do your own thing, then how is it possible? Tell me. Possible? I was going to speak about this evening actually. How important! You cannot try to concoct your own nonsense and try to implement your so-called idea of God consciousness. It is not going to work. If you worship the Lord, according to His direction, it is said that one result is obtained by worshipping the supreme cause of all causes. You know that every path leads to the ocean, correct? What? Of course, every path leads, but some paths don't go. Isn't that? You following me? So we have to follow devotees, associating with devotees. Understand? Taking direction, glorifying them. You follow? You cannot try. If you try to change this, there's another verse. You don't follow the scriptures, you try to do what you like. Oh, what is this? 11, 9, 20? What is that? Suti Smith 11? 11:29, huh? Oh, sorry, got it wrong. $11.29. This was here. Shruti Smriti Mama Mamaivaagye Yastu Ulangeha Vartate Agyana Chedi Mama Dveshi Matbhaktopi Na Vaishnavaha. You see the word? Na Vaishnavaha. Mat Bhakta, even you are devotee, you still can become a non-devotee. How is it possible? See here? The Shruti and Smriti literatures are to be understood as my injunction. And one who violates such code is to be understood as violating my will and thus opposing me. Although such a person may claim to be my devotee, he is not actually a Vaishnava. So many people come in this category. Understand? So spiritual life is not something that we can do what I like. This doesn't work. It doesn't work. Spiritual life becomes very much easy when we take shelter of a pure devotee of Krishna. Live in the association with Him. Then it becomes easy. Otherwise it creates havoc. What is the havoc? Not interested, don't want to do anything you own, speculating. You understand? These are all pitfalls. In fact, great devotee Yamuna Acharya is saying, I don't want to be independent. What is that word? Bhavam eva bhavantam. What is that? Who is that? He says, I don't want to be independent. Now everybody want to be independent. See how the spiritual life works. Spiritual life works by becoming dependent, not independent. You understand? And this independent kind of a attitude is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. One dot 206. Bhavantam eva anucharan nidantaraha prashanta nishesha manoratantaraha kadaham akantika nitya kinkaraha. You see the word? Nitya kinkara. Kinkara means what? Servant. Nitya kinkara means what? Eternally servant. Prahasya, this is how I want to be happy. Prahasa, Asya Isyami, Sanata, Jivitam. He don't want to be Anata. Anata means what? No authority. Anata means what? Nata means authority. Understand? Anata means what? No authority. Sanata means what? Fully under an authority. You see that point? Are you following? By serving you constantly, one is free from all material desires and completely pacified. When shall I engage? You see how he is praying. When shall I engage as your permanent, eternal servant and always feel joyful to have such a fitting master? This is the conclusion. I want to be permanent, eternal servant. Not that I want to become permanent, eternal master. That doesn't work. Are you following? These are all understanding. We can only get to this if we get to take shelter of pure devotee of Krishna. Learn how to glorify. Be happy to hear. So joyful to see devotees. Sometimes they get very upset to see devotees. Oh, devotee I'm seeing is going to be a problem. There should be joy to see devotees. You understand? So this is the sum and substance of the subject. And how and why we should glorify the devotees. Because the devotees are actually, why? I'll show you again. You never forget why. Because devotees, sadhunam samachittanam sutaram mattatmanam dashanno bhavet bandha pumsokshno savitor yata. When one is face to face with the sun, there's no longer darkness for one's eyes. Similarly, when one is face to face with a sadhu, a devotee who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will no longer be subject to material bondage. You understand? This is why the devotees are so important. Very important. Huh? In fact, it is said they are the real, what do you call that? Santo Dishanti Chakshumsi Bahir Arka Samutitaha Devata Amdava Shanta Santa Atmaham Evacha. My devotees bestow divine eyes, whereas the sun allows only external sight, and that only when it is risen in the sky. My devotees are one's real worshipable deities and real family. They are one's own self. Ultimately, they are non-different from me. Again, Lord and the devotees are non-different. They are your real family. They are everything for us. 9-4. 460, 69. O Brahmana, let me now advise you for your own protection. Please hear me. By offending Maharaj Ambarish, you have acted with self-envy. Therefore, you should go to him immediately without a moment's delay. And one so-called proverb, when employed against the devotee, certainly harms him who employs it. Thus, it is the subject, not the object, is harmed. See that? See offending devotees? For Brahmana, austerity and learning are certainly auspicious. But when acquired by a person who is not gentle, such austerity and learning are most dangerous. Prabhupada said that. When our man, if they become sahajas, they are most dangerous. You understand? If they become sahajas, they are most dangerous. So it's very important. There's another verse. When we offend great devotees, what? 10? 46 something, right? 10-4? 10-4, 36. 46. My dear king, when man persecutes great souls, all his benedictions of longevity, beauty, fame, religion, blessing, promotion, high planet will be destroyed. See how everything is finished? O best of Brahmana, you should therefore go immediately to King Ambarish, the son of Maharaj, and wish you all good fortune. For if you can satisfy Maharaj Ambarish, then there will be peace for you. See, that's the only cause. And we have to take shelter of a pure devotee, not offend, try to glorify them, then our life becomes successful. When we try to do all these other things that we learn from so-called this material education, is so dangerous. You can see here in this verse, those who engage in the culture of Nissan activity shall enter into the darkest region of ignorance. Worse still are those engaged in the culture of so-called knowledge. You understand? This so-called education that has been imparted is very atheistic. It's so dangerous. The mantra offers a comparative study of Vidya and Avidya. Avidya or ignorance is undoubtedly dangerous. But Vidya or knowledge is even more dangerous when mistaken or misguided. See that? And today's society, this knowledge that has been imparted to everybody is opposing to what? God consciousness. Yes, it's so dangerous. Yes or not? They make you atheistic, non-believer. That's why you go to the darkest region of what? There you go. Worse still are those engaged in culture of so-called knowledge. Those who are in darkness, they go into region of ignorance. Even worse. So think again, think carefully. There is no other thing than taking shelter of the devotees, worshipping the Lord, glorifying them. Huh? They can help us. Nobody else. Alright, we stop here. Any questions or comments? Understand? Not understand? Understand? Alright, we stop here then. Tukaram is the disciple. Not the same, is disciple. Yeah. Disciple, no? You must teach what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Yes? Yes. Not parallel, is disciple. Parallel, same, not same level, cannot. Must be what? Disciple is what? Below. It's not same. Can you and Prabhupada same? Can? Huh? It's not parallel. It's what? You understand? Huh? So we must be careful. Otherwise we will be misled and everything will be finished. Alright, we stop here. Thank you very much. If anybody is asking any questions, is anyone asking any questions before I close the event? Nobody, yeah? Alright, we stop here then. Thank you very much.